it's Tony here from RA Boards. In this lecture, we are going to just look at how to use your RA Boards board cutting request. This template has been designed to make it easy, more efficient for us to serve you and to provide you with a good service and just to guarantee efficiency as well as fast quoting. First of all, please enter your name. I'm just going to call myself Peter. In this example, enter a job name. Remember, your job name is going to be on your labels. Let's just call it ABC for the moment. Enter your cell number and then enter your email. From the left-hand side, you have quantity. For navigation, you can use the arrow keys on your keyboard, which enables you to scroll up and down, as well as the tab key, which is very useful to go forward through the item as you write and you fill in each of the different items. You will notice that it goes row by row, just at the place where you need to capture. So the quantity is the quantity of boards pieces that you want. So let's say you want 3 of the length 420 with the width 320. Okay, just remember grain does affect. You can't if you have a grain board and you're cutting on a grain board, you can't just swap length and width interchangeably. You have to think a little bit about the grain. On the L1, L2, this is the 4 cells here are for edging. If you want edging on all of them, you're going to put one on each of these because they're obviously referred to 4 sides of the board. However, if you want to have one length and only 2 widths, then you will leave it like that. You can press delete on any cell and that will clear it, or you can press just 1 and that will add the 1 to that cell. Now the board code is very, very important. We've started you off with the PG Bison whiteboard as it's the most commonly cut board across all of our boards at RA Boards. However, you can replace it with any one that you like. So let's just say that we click choose board over here. And we look down. Now, on the left-hand column, we have the 10 most common board requests that are requested. So if you are, the most likely thing is that you'll find one of your boards here that you want to cut. Here, for instance, is the standard white hardboard. Here's the Bison white. Here is the PG chip 9x6x16. So if you want that, you're going to click on it. It tells you how to do it on the right-hand side. You'll do Control-C on the keyboard. Notice the little dots appear. You'll go straight back to the capture page. You'll click where you want to paste it. We want to paste it there. And so you just click on it and you do Control V. Immediately after doing Control V, the item is, the board code is placed in the cell and all the future board codes automatically adjust to the one that you have just chosen now, because we are assuming to capture quite a few lines for that particular board. And the same thing applies for your edging code. Edging code, if you want to edge something, just remember that, of course, this edging code means absolutely nothing if you don't have ones in these particular cells. If you have, because we are doing raw here, the most likely thing is that you won't use any edging, so you're going to probably just delete all of these, and the edging code absolutely means nothing. However, if you are going to go, this is what's the procedure, and cut whiteboard, Control-C, jump back to capture, click where I want it to go, Control-V, then it's very likely I'm going to do edging, and you can see the 1mm white is very useful. If I wanted to have different types of edging, same thing applies. Most common edging is on the left, but you also have 100 of our top edgings on the right, in this column D, and you'll click on the type of edging that you want. Let's go for this iceberg 1mm. You'll do the Control-C, you'll go across to capture, you'll click where you want it to go, and you'll do the Control-V, and then that will be all the way down consistently. All right, notice a few things straight away, that this column is an automatic kind of checking column, and it's going to check that you have typed the board code and the edging code correctly. If you are using the copy and paste method, it's very unlikely that you'll make a mistake. If you start to type it, like if I go here and I type 17, then immediately it's going to say board code inaccurate, and each one of these are being repeated down, and each board code is inaccurate. If I go back and I change it to 16, the board code becomes correct, and it says all good. Now you can specify, remember you are tabbing over. Now you can specify the holes. Generally, I'd suggest you write 2L for 2 on the length, obviously 3L if you want 3 on the length, or 2W for 2 on the width. Notes, you can type whatever you like there. if you are particularly looking for a recut, I would also put that there, but then please confirm with your salesperson that you want to do recuts. Otherwise, those notes, whatever you type in there, are going to appear on your label as well. So you can put a small 2 or 3 words in there to assist you to know which piece this is. You keep using the tab and you will jump from cell to cell. So you continue. So let's just say you want 2 of 480 by 900 with edging all around, please. Done. Tab, tab, tab. Don't want any holes in it. Tab. I've jumped back here. I want 4. And you keep on going like this. So I think you get the idea of how to capture. I'm just using the tab button as I go across. So now you're probably asking the question, how do you send this to us? The best way to send it to us is to click on File. The more modern, recent versions of Excel, you should be able to choose Save and Send, and you want to send using email and the Send as Attachment button. Send as Attachment will basically attach this RA boards to your local email program, and you can just send it to RA boards. All right, please. The last thing to note is that it's very beneficial and best practice for you to always start from either the email which we sent to you, or start from the exact file that we sent to you, because it's going to always start blank. If you start and you try to delete and clear a previous order and retype over it, it's very possible that errors may creep in. For instance, one of the things we're encouraging you to do is to change these columns, and the reason for that is that it will basically change your board and your edging going forward on the order. But when you try to reverse that later by trying to maybe edit a board cutting request and resend another one to us, you may find you will have to actually type some of the board codes and the edging codes and paste them over each other. So whenever you start a new order, make certain you go back to the email and start from the email, or you save exactly what's on the email onto your desktop and double click on that, and that will start you off with a blank order. If you don't start off with a blank order, remember it's possible that errors may creep in. Well worth remembering as you go forward.